Hello, thank you for clicking on today's video. This is going to be sort of me setting up my Filofax Finsbury for 2024. So I bought this towards the end of 2022. I'm still using it. I'm a one planner sort of person, and then I use notebooks for other activities such as wedding planning YouTube videos, and sort of planning house renovation. So that's not all within this. This is just more sort of my personal and also work stuff goes into my Filofax Finsbury. So first of all, opening up the Filofax. I don't want to make this video too long, so I'll just get straight on. So in here I've got a business card. I've actually had to cut off about 2mm from either end just because it was a bit long. But yeah, these are the business cards I use for work. And then in here, I've got some little sort of sticky tabs, which would be helpful, maybe not necessarily for in the planner, but for other pieces of paper and stuff that I'm working on. And then I've got some green post-it notes and then some blue post-it notes in this holder. And then if you watched my video last year setting up the Filofax, you'll see that I like to use these memo sheets of paper from Emma Bridgewater. I bought it quite a few years ago from TK Maxx. It's taking me forever to get through here because I tend to prefer sticky pieces of paper and these aren't sticky. But yeah, anyways, these just all like go in here, and then if I need to make a note of something or like write something down, then I will use these pieces of paper. Then I'm using this, which is from Crossbow Planners, which is a Etsy seller. I'm using this to cover up any personal details within the planner just because this is a public video. So first of all, I've got the vellum piece of paper. This is like pink vellum with white hearts, and it's very translucent. And underneath here is all my private information. So I've got my phone number, email address, national insurance number, passport number, driving license number, car registration, car insurance, my breakdown cover, policy number, doctor, dentist, national health number, and emergency contact details. Yes, I think having all that information within your Filofax is really useful because they quite often need it if you're doing job applications. They want to use your national insurance number, or if you're on the phone to the doctors, they might need your NHS number. Anyway, next I've got this weekly divider which I actually made. If you go back to my video about this time last year, I showed in more detail how I made these dividers. At the time of filming, I'm still using up days from, it's currently, like I'm still using up December days and November days. So I'm gonna just like flip you forwards to January. So I used to use a sort of schedule which was, I think it was 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. But that just really was not working for me because I was constantly crossing things out when meetings got rearranged. And then I'm not very good at knowing how long tasks take. So this actually suits me far better. I'll just skip forwards and then you can see the full spread. This pencil I just keep on the side, but it's not like looped in. So here's like week of January. You have to input your own numbers, but I think that's really good because especially you don't really end up wasting any. So yeah, you've got space for 4 goals, and then you've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's a little bit awkward going across because I'm used to plannings going like this page and then across this page. But I like that Saturday and Sunday are the same size, and then I think although the boxes feel quite small, they're actually the right size and you're able to fit in quite a lot of things. And then down here we've got notes, and then I've got to-do list, which I use a lot, and then this little grey box here I also use for other to-dos. But I'm really struggling to find sort of 6 habits that I need to track. So in the past I've used this for skincare because I'm trying to use retinol twice a week, so I would keep a record of that. But generally I don't actually use this. I need to think of some things to track that I want to track on a weekly basis. Anyway, going back to this bit, so I have this Filofax ruler. It's just a standard black ruler, and then I started using these project pages. So this is kind of like a Dutch door system, and I use these for work. And then if you can see, I've written project, start date, end date, notes, and then there's complete at the bottom, to do and ideas. So here I might make notes about what needs to be done, and then here would be a to-do list. Yeah, so it just helps me keep on track because I don't have to like break down larger tasks. And it just kind of means that these little to-dos aren't like scattered around these pages and like getting in the way and you have to keep moving them around. Yeah, I find this really helpful. And then I tend to do these double-sided, but I just did this one for an example because my other project pages actually have sort of confidential information on them. But then also you can, I suppose, stick a post-it note here if you find that there's not enough space these are the weekly pages that I use. I think this was a 12-month set, but you can buy 6 months, and it's from Crossbow Planner, which is on Etsy. They're a little bit expensive, but the paper quality is like absolutely outstanding. No pens are leaked through, you can't see highlighters or anything through them. So yeah, I would highly recommend, and yeah, I've gone back to them about 3 times now. But I much prefer these squares to the sort of working out the times and time blocking system. And then I actually decided to upgrade my months and my notes section just because they were getting a little bit on the tatty side. I was going to redo the whole page, but I thought, oh, that's not very good for the environment if I keep just doing new pages. So I just redid this, and then I sort of put extra sellotape over it. So I've drawn out calendars with what I want to get done, and I've written in all the page numbers, and then on the back of each piece of paper, each calendar, I'm going to do like the to-do list and sort of bucket list for that month. But I'm not particularly impressed. If you can see, there's a lot of bleed through with this Filofax paper, so it's just the Filofax dotty paper, because the company I used to buy it from on Etsy seems to not be there anymore, so I went and bought these on Filofax through Amazon. Anyway, so here's like an example of my to-do list, and this is for December. So I kind of like do some meal prep baking ideas. This piece of paper is covering sort of more confidential, more private things that are on my to-do list, but it'll be like jobs around the house, places I want to do, like go to, things I need to sort out. Yeah, every month in 2023, I was trying to do 4 hair treatments. Then I would like a hair mask or like a deep conditioning treatment, and then go to 2 coffee shops by myself just to get out and about. So that's been like copied over to these pages, but these are just some examples of like how I lay it out, and I use the dots to draw little boxes, and then the boxes will get filled in once I have done that. So after all the monthly sheets, I have finances. So this is the same divider as last time, and it's just everything I have ever bought recorded down, and I record everything. Previous years I've decided to write or like stamp the date, like the month, and have one sheet of paper per month. But I'm finding since I became a homeowner, it does not fit on both sides of a piece of paper. I need like 2.5 pieces of paper just because I'm buying a lot of bits and bobs. So I've decided to, going forward since 2024, I will not be doing stamps. I will just like sort of might end up starting halfway down, depending on how much I bought the previous month, and just keep it like continuous rather than having a separate piece of paper for every single month. And then here is tracker. Yes, this is just where I keep track of what I have been doing and habits that I want to maintain and things. Actually, you can see my no spend tracker. So I just find this really great. I've been doing it for a number of years now, just to keep track. So some months I am far more spendy than others, but then this doesn't really relate to how much is actually being spent. It's more sort of days without spending. But yeah, I just really like the visual of like seeing how long I can go without spending money. So in July, I managed to go 8 days in a row, no spending. Okay, here's my other one, which is reading, and it's really cool at the bottom to keep a sort of count of how many days I'm able to do this. So I'm aiming for 30 minutes or more of reading. So my maximum I've ever got to has been 20. And then in October, it was just 11. Because yeah, it just depends on what I'm busy and what other things I'm doing at that time. Here are my 5 things that I want to track during 2024. I still need to write the months at the top, but this one is no spend. And this one is 30 minutes reading. This one is my period. This one is flossing teeth, and this is a new introduction. It's something I really want to become better at doing at least once a day. And this is exercise. So I've got workout, stretches, horse riding, swimming, and hike. Then in the second to last section, I've got notes. So first of all, I have, well, this is the same as before. So it's like the horse riding scales of training, and then sort of size conversions for women's clothing and shoes. And then I have got my New Year's resolutions. So if you look at the top, I've got work, speech, and personal. So I need to think of another 2 New Year's resolutions because I like to have 5. So I want to overpay my mortgage by, and then I haven't put in this number. I need to think about it. And then weekly YouTube videos, go to a coffee shop or cafe solo 2 to 3 times a week. And then I've got my bucket list down here, which is like big goals. So one of them is get married. And then on the back of this little piece of paper, I've got a wish list, and this is going to be like local day outs and experiences I want to tick off, and then book shred. I've actually decided to do 60 boxes. Every time I complete a box, I will fill in a. Then on this side, I have got a emotions wheel, which is just printed off from the internet. So if you're a little bit confused, you could start at the middle, and then I suppose it's harder to identify the emotions as you get further out to the edges of the circle. It's actually only a few months before I turn 30, and no way are these 30 things before I turn 30 going to get ticked off. I just think I should keep this with me at all times. This piece of paper, I've got a bit of washi tape at the top, but this is like sort of wedding planning just on this piece of paper. But I do have another notebook which has more information. In my notes section, I also keep lists of gifts that I'm buying people or gifts that I've already bought people, just to keep a sort of rough idea, which is good, particularly around times like Christmas. And then I also have all my work information, so like my laptop equipment number, sort of important dates, days when my colleagues are working if they're part-time, and things like that. And then last section is contacts, and yeah, just got my contacts in there. And then at the back I've still got a 15cm ruler, and it's purple. So here's my ruler, and then I just keep a paper chase pen in the side, pencil goes in there, fold it up. I would describe my planner as organised and functional. So as you can see by this metal ring here, I could actually fit in quite a few more pages, but I don't really like to do that because then you're just carrying around extra weight. That is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please could you give it a thumbs up and leave any comments below if you've got any questions about planning. Bye.